Hello, this is Jennifer McCarty, and I'm going to give you a quick overview on Flipgrid. So, before I get started, I'm going to tell you why I love Flipgrid. Flipgrid is a great form of formative assessment, and when I first learned about this in a college class, we had to do assignments, and I didn't love it. But then I started learning more about it, and I wanted to see how I could use this in my classroom. So I use this as a way for students to teach each other. I use this, like I said, as a formative assessment. I've used it as an exit slip, and I am mind blown about all of the opportunities that Flipgrid gives you. So, for instance, I assigned a Flipgrid one day, and I had 2 students absent. So I wrote down the code for them so that they could try it at home. And after school, I got on to check the Flipgrids, grade them all, and those kids who weren't even at school were able to provide a video. Were able to do the assignment from home and be involved, and it's so great. Students who are quiet, who don't really like to build relationships with people, they have been working together. We've been learning about each other, and it is just amazing. I am seeing so many kids build relationships through Flipgrid, like I said, that normally wouldn't. So here's what my Flipgrid looks like. This is my math class. So if you see right here, we have made a total of 183 videos. Well, my students have. They have watched those videos 3,151 times. They've spent a total of 56.5 hours watching videos on math. So I am mind blown to see how much these kids are literally sitting here watching their own videos on math. And you know, kids are so into gaming and YouTube and all of this stuff. So why not have them go home and watch themselves answer math questions? It is a win-win as an educator. I love it. So here are some topics that I have done already. When I first started, it said give Flipgrid a try. And one thing that's funny about Flipgrid is it always has you do a selfie at the end. So there's the kids called it my Elfie. And it said, tell me about yourself, tell us what you like, what you're most excited for about Christmas. And this was just our way of getting used to using Flipgrid. So if you look down here, these are all the videos the kids did. And I have learned so much about my students from these videos that it amazes me. So I will go show you some other ones I've done. Let's look at adding fractions. So we added fractions, and if you see, I was able to give feedback down this column. It shows the grades I give them, and it emails it to them. Here's all the selfies they can take. Jacqueline right here, she was sick that day, and she was at home doing this, so that's awesome. And I can click on any of these if we want to watch just a quick sample of what they're like.
Yolanda walked 3/16 miles, then to walk 4.5 more miles. How many miles did she walk? Now you have to find your least common denominator, also known as your LCD. So
if you look over here to the side, if you look over here to the side, I was able to give my comments and my feedback and my grade, and it's sent right to them. And down here, I can like their video. So that's always a fun feature. I have learned from this that some kids, the way they teach, the way they answer their questions, is a way that I have never even taught them, and it's crazy to see their perspective on different problems, and I really enjoy it. So here's another one. Sometimes I put 3 to 4 Flipgrids up there and let the kids choose, so that way everyone's not doing the same exact one. So here's another group that did one.
Hi, okay, so today we're going to be showing you how to use 16 times 3 4. And so,
as you can see, I haven't created these yet.
We're going to show you the way how to do that by using a diagram. And so, first,
let's pick another one. The kids love doing these, and I love watching them.
Hi, it's Sam, and we're going to show you how to use a model to figure out what...
So there's another example. I really enjoy these. I think they're fun, and the kids love them. I have never seen kids so excited to learn than when we're doing Flipgrids. And I mean, I can take a question off of a test and have them do it, or a question off a worksheet and put it through here, and they love it. So my grids up here just shows you the grids that I have. I have a math class, one I made for a training, and then my social studies, which I haven't used. I mainly use it in math. So here's my code, and once the kids know this code, they can go home and watch the videos from home. So I'm going to show you what it's going to look like if the students I'm going to show you what it's like if the students watch it. And one thing that's nice is you can only access this page if you have our USD 109 email. I set it up to be private, so you can only see it if you have a specific email. So here's what my students see when they hop on. So they have a little bit of a different view. Here's their view of it. So this is what they see. They see their selfies, but they can't see my comments. They can't see my feedback. But it's always so funny to see their selfies. Sometimes I do it in small groups. Sometimes I do it individual. I change it up. So if I go back in here, here's how you create a new video or a new Flipgrid. You would go to Disco Library here. And this is where you can find ones that are pre-made. And I love pre-made things. I can type in dividing fractions. And let's see what they have. So this first one, I look at how many times it was used and the time of engagement, because that tells me whether or not people are liking this. So this one here has 65 things and 22 hours of engagement. So that's awesome. It's an elementary school, so this is definitely one that I would want to click, see what it's like. So it's comparing fractions. I don't know, but say this is what I want to do. I would hit select grid, add it to my class, and now it would show me this. The only thing that sucks is with the free portion, kids only have 1 minute and 30 seconds to talk, which seems like a lot of time, but sometimes when they're talking about their math topics, it's not enough time. So I'm going to hit update topic, and then now my students, when they log on tomorrow, or whenever I assign this, would see this. I would basically put up this code here on the board. So students would go and go to Flipgrid, and then they would type in whatever code I have on the board. So right here is where they would enter in the code that I put on the board. So if they entered this code, they would come in and it looks exactly like this. And then they would hit, it looks a little different on their side, but then they would hit the green, where was it at? Sorry. They would hit this green plus sign here, and that's how they record their own video. At first, it took a lot of time. Now they're a lot better at it, and it doesn't take as much time to make a video. So if I'm in my grids, I can also make my own question. So I would hit here at new topic, and I could say divide fractions. Oops, I should probably spell it right. And then I would go down here, and it's 1 minute 30 seconds. And then here is where I would type in my question. I don't really feel like typing one, so I'm just going to enter a bunch of random letters, call it good. I would scroll down some more. It's still just for my school domain, so it tells you right here that this is private, and I get to, if I put this on, I get to preview them before it's visible to others. Now, I did this when I first started because I didn't know what kids would type or what they would say. So now, for the most part, I don't have to worry about that. Every now and then I get to a video that has the wrong answer or they're completely off topic, and then I just make it so others can't see it. Basically, I make it inactive. So then when you type your question, you can either add a GIF, an emoji, an image, a picture from of the question, or you can even record yourself as a video, and then you would hit create topic here. Flipgrid is one of my favorite new things I've learned. I hope you enjoy it too. So, yeah, that's all I have for you so far. If you have any questions, let me know. But there are so many things to do with Flipgrid. You can see here it shows my engagement. I don't do it all the time. I try and do it maybe once every 2 weeks. But my kids have spent 2 days and 10 hours. And it says that's how long it took Charlie and Brad to build a version 1 of Flipgrid. So we've spent so much time. I love to watch the videos and I learn a lot. So hopefully you enjoy it too.